My wife said she needed mom's nights to relax, but last night the police found her drunk outside her ex's apartment. He was helping her put her clothes back on. I do not even know where to begin. Everything in my life, everything I thought I knew, changed last night. I'm 31. I've been married for 6 years to my wife, who just turned 30 last month. We have two young kids, a mortgage, two dogs, and 1,000 small shared memories, habits, and routines that have built our lives together. I always thought we were solid. Not perfect, of course, but real. Connected. I thought our roots were deep. Last night shattered that illusion. It had started months ago, but I did not recognize the signs for what they were. Maybe I did not want to. She started going out more often, claiming she needed mom's nights to decompress. At first, I encouraged it. Being a stay-at-home mom, or even a part-time working one, is no joke, and I understood the pressure. Everyone needs a break. But the frequency picked up. Once a week turned into twice, then it became random, unplanned, and increasingly late. Some nights, she would not come back until after midnight, or later. I tried not to panic. I tried to be trusting, but it felt off. The kind of off you do not talk about because you are afraid saying it out loud might make it real. I asked her about it a few times, gently at first, then with more concern. She'd brush it off, smile, kiss me on the cheek, and say I was overthinking it. That she deserved to blow off some steam now and then. That I was making her feel suffocated by constantly questioning her. So I backed off. I wanted to trust her. She's my wife, the mother of our children, my person. Then came last night. She left around 7 p.m., said she was going to grab dinner with her friend Allison. By 10:30 p.m., I hadn't heard a word. I texted, nothing. I called, no answer. Tried again and again. No response. Our kids were sleeping upstairs, and both our cars have car seats, so I couldn't even leave to check on her without waking them. That's when the panic really started to settle in. All the little suspicions I had shoved aside for months came rushing forward, colliding with fear. I checked her location on my phone. She was in an apartment complex across town, not anywhere near Allison's place. I called the police. I hated doing it, but I was scared something had happened to her. A car crash, a seizure, assault. She had been drinking more lately, and the idea that she could have driven drunk haunted me. When the officer called me back, I was shaking so badly I could barely hold the phone. They found her. Alive, yes, but drunk. Very drunk. Vomiting on the sidewalk outside the apartment complex. Not alone. A man was helping her, holding her hair, trying to get her steady. That man turned out to be her ex from college. Someone I had only heard about once, years ago in passing. Someone she said had been a bad phase in her early 20s. Turns out they had reconnected on social media months ago, and had been hanging out ever since. That's what she told the police anyway. Hanging out. I told her not to come home. I couldn't look at her. I couldn't imagine her face without picturing him beside her. She stayed at a friend's house. I didn't sleep. I stared at the wall in our bedroom. The bedroom we made our kids in, where we folded laundry together, where we whispered our dreams and fears in the dark, and I felt like everything inside me was collapsing. This morning, she came back. I had left early to get some air and drop the kids off with my mom, but we agreed to meet at a coffee shop around noon. Public place, neutral ground. I don't think I could have handled seeing her walk through the door of our home with that same tired smile, like nothing happened. She looked like hell. Eyes puffy, hair tied in a knot, sweatshirt half zipped. She sat down slowly, like her body weighed more than usual. She did not try to hug me. That somehow hurt the most. I didn't sleep with him, she said, first thing. I didn't say anything. I waited. She claimed it was emotional, that she was just having fun, that she felt dead inside, and that seeing him made her feel light again, that she missed who she was before she became just a mom and a wife. that he reminded her of that. I asked her how long. She hesitated, then said she reconnected with him 6 months ago, that they'd met up at a coffee shop, just to catch up. Then it became drinks, then dinner, then long nights talking about life while I was home putting our kids to bed. I asked her if they kissed. She looked down and nodded. I asked if they had sex. She shook her head, said, "No, I swear," with tears in her eyes. And I just sat there, because what else was there to say? She said she did not tell me because she knew I would not understand, because she felt I had stopped listening, that I had become cold and routine driven, that I only touched her when I wanted sex, and that our conversations were about bills and schedules, not dreams or love, or anything that made her feel alive. She said she tried to tell me how lonely she felt, but that I never heard her. She blamed her unhappiness. She blamed the grind of marriage. She blamed our disconnect. But I could not help but feel like she was ultimately blaming me. Like if I had just been a better listener, a better husband, she would not have gone looking elsewhere. That somehow I pushed her into this. And I do not want to lie. I am not perfect. I've gotten comfortable, maybe even a little distant at times. Work has been stressful, and I probably have taken her for granted in ways I didn't realize. I know I could have done more, but we have 2 kids under 5. We are both exhausted, and I never went to someone else. I never looked for another escape. I told her I still loved her. And I do. That's the worst part. I look at her and I see the woman I fell in love with, even though now I also see a stranger. I told her I had booked us a marriage counseling session for next week. She agreed to go. She said she wants to try to fix things, that she is sorry, that she realizes how badly she screwed up. But I do not know if I believe her. I do not know if anything she says is true anymore. And even if it is, I don't know if that's enough. I'm numb. I'm raw. I feel like I'm floating above my own life, watching it crumble from a distance. Our kids are too young to understand, but I worry about what this will do to them if things fall apart. I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to start over. But how do I rebuild trust when the foundation has been cracked so badly? Part of me wants to forgive her, throw myself into therapy, believe that people make mistakes and can change. The other part of me wonders if I'd be clinging to a ghost, if I'd be staying for the memory of what we were, not what we are now. All I know is that I'm tired, so tired, and I don't know what comes next. I just want someone to tell me that it's going to be okay, that marriages can survive this, that love can survive betrayal, that maybe, just maybe, there's still a future worth saving here. But right now, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure.